here we go. All right, you guys, doing this video because I got such great feedback on the last one I did on talking about why protein is so important for women. So if you missed that, you can go back and watch it. Easiest way to get to videos that I've done is to go to my YouTube channel and just Dr. Beth Westie. That's who I am, Dr. Beth Westie. W-E-S-T-I-E, like the dog, and search for videos on why women need more protein, and a ton of great info will come up for you. So I talked about sources of protein for women, and this is something that, again, I feel like, again, women, we just miss the mark slightly, right? Like, we're trying to do all these things. We're eating really healthy. We're all these really clean things. And this is something that we get just bombarded with marketing things and like, drink this tea, get this vitamin, da 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 da. And it's like, yeah, great, but taking all the vitamins in the world isn't going to help you if you're not getting the right food in first. Food first, foundation first. And this piece here is so crucial and essential that when you get it down, hi Shirley, when you get it down, it makes everything else so much easier. Oh my gosh, yes. So once you get this down, game changer from there. So much better. Okay. So sources of protein for women, this is important. I feel like as women, we also get really stuck in a rut of doing the same thing and meal planning, meal prepping the same all week long, right? Where you're like, I'm having chicken and broccoli and rice for lunch and dinner every day this week. That's my meal prep. Next week, it's turkey. No, I mean, one, you're going to get super sick of chicken, right? But two, you're not getting the variety of amino acids that your body needs, right? So essentially, quick way of explaining this is that your body makes some amino acids, make some of them, and then you get some from food. And together they make proteins. Now, the tricky part about this is that when your body's under stress, when your system is not functioning at 100%, your body doesn't make all the proteins that it's supposed to. So, to take the thumb away. It's my visual demo for you right there. Visual demo. Take that away. So that when it tries to, you have to really make up for it with the foods that you're getting, the amino acids from the foods that you're getting, to really make that protein, because this one's going to be lacking, right? That's the easiest way to think of it. We're doing some things, we're getting some proteins, but we're not getting enough to make it actually beneficial for our bodies. We're not getting enough to have it actually make the positive impact that we need it to make. So keep that in mind. Protein pacing, game changer. There's a protein pacing book by my friend Dr. Paul Arciero. It's on Amazon. You can get it there. It explains even more about this, but it's especially important for women. I specialize in women's health and hormones and everything, which is why I wanted to talk about this. Women get stuck in, I'm going to do this, or you're thinking, I'm getting beans in. That's protein, right? And if you're, sure, there's not that much, right? There's not that much. So there's ways that you can boost the protein throughout the day to get to the right numbers for you. But if you don't have the basics there, it's just tough to do. And so if you're a vegetarian, and that's a life choice you've made, great. It can be tougher to get the protein numbers in that you would need to build muscle, recover, battle stress, help with your hormones, all that stuff that I teach women how to do. It's easier using animal-based proteins. It's not that you can't do it, it's just a little bit tougher. So keep that in mind. Yes. Okay, I need a minute, kiddo, okay? Yes. Kids, I told you. Okay, so sources of protein, so we need a variety. Don't get stuck in a rut. This is, again, when we're eating for our hormones and our cycle as well, warming and cooling really plays into a part also. So when I say like chicken, beef, or fish here, beef would be warming. That's your progesterone phase, days 15 through 28 of your hormonal cycle. Yes, not that you couldn't eat beef at all during estrogen phase, days 1 through 14, but you'd just be having more of it during that progesterone phase. Yeah, but again, overall, a blend, a variety. So again, if you've been in my 12-week challenge or you're on the wait list for the 12-week challenge, you'll learn more about eating for your hormones in your cycle and how to really target these foods during these weeks of the month for your system. Great. But overall, I recommend variety. Don't get stuck in a rut. Don't do the same thing all day, every day. It's just not going to serve you well. So Again, a lot of times women will be like, well, I had a salad at this restaurant and they had chicken on it. Also keep in mind, chicken is the most, or protein is the most expensive nutrient. So especially when you're going out to eat, restaurants are always going to want to give you less of the, especially chicken or some type of animal protein, because it's more expensive. It just saves them more money, right? They have a higher profit margin than on the meal. Yeah. I always add protein, extra chicken to, like if I go to Chipotle or if I go out to eat, I always have extra protein with my meals. Always, always, always. Big difference. Big difference. But again, if you're going out and you have like a salad and then they put some chicken on it, it's probably not enough for a full serving. Again, when you're getting proteins in, you want to have at least 20 grams of protein. I'm going to write that down. 20 grams. 20 grams is the threshold for muscle protein synthesis. So to build muscle, to repair, to recover from workouts, everything, it's got to be 20 grams. I'll talk about protein powders at the very end, because I have a bone to pick with some protein powders. Okay, but 20 grams at least. So with that in mind, and women are like, well, I had this salad and there was some chicken on it and it had black beans and other stuff, so it probably had a lot of protein. And it's like, well, they only probably gave you maybe 12, maybe 15 grams of protein. And then that tiny amount of beans, maybe you got 18 grams of protein, but I guarantee you didn't have enough protein to really, really help you get enough nutrient for what you're thinking you're getting. So if you're going to count anything, don't count calories, don't count any of that stuff, count your proteins. You'll be amazed at how different you feel, your energy, your blood sugar, your cravings, all that stuff, how that changes when you're getting the right amount of protein in for your system. So a lot of times we're thinking, oh, plant-based proteins, those are great, right? Yes, totally. Those are totally great. But make sure, again, you're getting a variety. There's different amino acid blends in seeds versus nuts versus other things, right? So get a blend of that as well. But also, it's not going to provide you with enough of the things you think you are getting to really make a bigger impact. So plant-based here, so beans, this is black beans, chickpeas, all this stuff. It might be a tiny bit different, bean to bean, but it's about 4 grams per quarter cup. That's not that much protein per cup of beans. So you'll want to make sure you're getting in enough for your system and that it's doing the right thing. So for something like this, if you're like, yeah, I'm getting protein, I'm getting these beans in, okay, there's a lot more carb here and you're not getting enough protein, that balance, right? That balance. So if you are wondering about more proteins for you, in the comments, there's a link to get on the wait list for the 12-week challenge. So you guys should do that. Next we got hemp seeds, hemp and chia seeds. I really like these to add to stuff, to just bump my protein numbers up a little bit, just bump it a little bit throughout the day. Hemp is 4 grams per tablespoon. Chia is 3 grams per tablespoon, right? Peanut butter or other nut butters, they're about 7, sometimes 8 grams per couple tablespoon. So if you're looking at getting some type of protein in for the day, right? And you're like, oh, I'm going to have an apple and peanut butter, and that's going to be a protein. That's a good snack, right? Well, okay, if you're having a couple of tablespoons of it, an apple is about 25 grams of carb. Peanut butter here, 7, maybe 8 grams. Again, you're not even getting half, right? You're not even getting half the amount of protein per carb. So you're really, not getting enough. So what could you do? Okay, I'm going to add some hemp seeds and chia seeds to that peanut butter, right? If you add it's a lot to add 2 tablespoons, but you could, right? So you'd have 8 grams here, say 8 grams here, say that's 16 grams of protein then per 25 grams of carb. You're closer, but still not there. So oftentimes I'll actually add in protein powder to a little bit, chocolate protein powder or something to the peanut butter, mix that up, makes a delicious chocolate protein or peanut butter paste. Put that on the apple and then put on the hemp seeds. Ugh, game changer, game changer. I do use chia sometimes as well. Otherwise it gets to be like all seeds in your mouth, unless you're just like eating spoonfuls of seeds. If you use too much seeds, it kind of ruins your snack, I'll be honest. And chia gets stuck in your teeth. You get like all, chia gets really stuck in your teeth. So be careful of that. But that's a way to boost your proteins and add a little bit. If I'm having a salad or a smoothie bowl, this is one of my favorite things to add. I'll make a shake, put it in a bowl, I'll make it thicker, put it in a bowl, and then I'll add hemp seeds and chia seeds on top of it. Just bump it up a little bit. Get my proteins in that way. Fastest, easiest way to get proteins in though really is animal-based proteins. Anything from cows, and then eggs as well. And chicken. They have the complete spectrum of amino acids you need for building muscle, to repair your body, boost your metabolism, all that stuff. So that's why it's so much easier, right? Not that you couldn't do it plant-based, right? There's people who are like plant-based power lifters and all that stuff. Great. They're real diligent about getting this variety in for the plant-based ones. For animal-based ones, so much easier. Just have a burger. There you go. Great, right? And there's ways to get red meat in a healthy way. Grass-fed, organic, use bison. That's great. Venison, right? I eat a lot of venison. My husband bow hunts, so I eat a lot of venison. A great way to get, clean red meat in. Otherwise, chicken, turkey, fish, right? And again, warming and cooling per your hormones, all that stuff. If you guys have more questions on that, let me know, because I can dive into that more as well. So just give me a comment on, oh my gosh, yes, tell me how to do the things for the hormones, dive in. But when we're looking at this, about, 30 grams of protein per 5 ounces, right? That's pretty good, pretty easy, right? Look at that versus this. Yeah. Same thing here with Greek yogurt, right? Costco, I love Costco. I'm not sponsored by Costco yet. Costco. Anyway, you can get Costco's organic Greek yogurt is for 1 cup, it's 20 grams, 22 grams of protein. Right there. Super easy. An egg is about 6 grams of protein. So oftentimes I encourage people to get enough protein in by getting enough eggs in. And people are like, oh, you're not supposed to eat more than 2 eggs. Okay, eat 2 eggs and 2 egg whites. There you go. Get into that 20 grams right there. And milk, and this can be like cow milk, right? Again, whole, organic, grass-fed cow milk if you're gonna do animal milk. I do pea protein milk, anywhere from 10 to 15 grams per cup too. So real easy to get your proteins in this way. And again, variety is the key. So throughout the day, let me give you a quick rundown of a few things just to focus on for your day, for ease of how do I protein paste, how do I get more proteins in, how do I put this together, right? I'll give you a few examples here. Getting more protein in, because women need more protein. A lot of times they're like, oh, I'm having eggs and toast for breakfast, right? Great. And you're having 2 eggs and 2 pieces of toast, right? So I'm just going to write this down here. So yeah, you guys can still see it. So you're going to have 2 eggs and 2 pieces of toast. Well, each of the eggs has only 6 grams of protein, right? So that's times 6, so you're only getting 12 grams of protein. The toast has, let's say 20 grams of protein right there, right? So you're getting 40 grams of carb right there with 2 eggs and 2 pieces of toast. And a lot of people do this and think, oh, I'm full from this, I feel good, but I get hungry faster, and why am I not losing weight? Well, first, you need to have more dense nutrients in the morning. I teach women this in the 12-week challenge. So again, click that link below. If you're not sure what that is or what the heck, and you're like, I want in on that, click the link, get on the 12-week challenge, wait list. Getting more dense nutrient in the morning, game changer for women. But women will think, oh, I'm doing the right thing, I'm getting protein in. It's not enough. It's not that 20 gram mark. And the ratio is really off. 12 grams per 40 grams? Nope, that's a terrible ratio. Get 2 eggs and then 2 egg whites, so essentially 4 eggs, times the 6 grams. Now you've got 24 grams of protein here and only have 1 piece of toast at 20 grams of carb. Now you've got 24 grams of protein, 20 grams of carb. Boom, that is a great balanced breakfast. Great. If you don't want to do 4 eggs, 2 eggs and 2 egg whites, right? You can have the eggs on the side. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm gonna put the eggs on the toast. Anybody else do that? No? Okay. Say you only want to do 2 eggs here, right? 2 eggs and 1 piece of toast. That's only 12 grams now. But on the toast, we're gonna add in this right here, and then we're gonna add in some of this right here, right? Boom, boom. Oops, no, I went the wrong way with it. It doesn't go over there to the carb, it goes over here to the protein. This is the protein side, this is the carb side. So we're adding in this here, right? And even this is, we round this up to 8. That's 24 grams right there with peanut butter and hemp seed on the toast. That's adding to the protein number. So now all of a sudden you're getting a total of 23 to 24 grams of protein per 20 gram of carb. Super easy way to shift what you're doing slightly, right? And variety. Now you're getting egg, peanut butter, and hemp seed as a protein source. Boom. There you go. Getting that variety in, getting that blend of amino acids in to help your system build more muscle, recover faster, help with cravings, right? Balance your blood sugar levels, help your hormones, sleep better. Yes. Ooh, great question. What about almond butter instead of peanut butter? Absolutely. Yep, almond butter is about the same. Cashew butter you can do as well. I use a lot of almond butter. I say peanut butter, people are most familiar with peanut butter, but you can totally use almond butter. That's what I use. So again, sometimes I'll just take that almond butter and I'll mix in that chocolate protein with it. There we go. Okay. So I chat with women a lot about this. Now this is in general. This is a general thing that I talk about. I have more information, on, let's see. So I talked about my YouTube channel has a lot more videos there. I have a podcast, The Female Health Solution. You can get more info there. My book, The Female Fat Solution, is on Amazon. You can get more info there. And The Female Menopause Solution. If you're in menopause, you're going to need to focus on this even more. If you're in menopause, you really need to bump your proteins up even more to get a better result. It takes more protein to do the same job that protein used to do in your body before you went through menopause. So keep that in mind. Yes. Okay. So there's all of those things. Yes. But the variety and just taking a little more time to focus on your proteins is going to give you a really different result. And you're going to feel better. And it's not going to be boring. And you don't have to eat foods you don't like. Like, if you don't like fish, you don't have to eat fish. You don't have to. Eat stuff you like. Eat stuff you enjoy. That's what allows women to be successful with this. It's when you're trying to force yourself to do these things where you're like, oh, this is so gross. Oh, I can't handle eating this bland meal again. Ugh. That's why I love in the 12-week challenge when I go through this with women. When they're like, oh my gosh, this is delicious. Oh my gosh, I made this recipe that you had posted for progesterone. It was amazing and my family loved it. Yes. Everything I do and create is really for women to be successful. Work with your body, work with your hormones, and then how to implement all these things into your daily life, right? I've got 3 kids and a family, right? A husband, and I eat like this all the time. And I create these meals to help not just me, but them, right? Be healthy too. So, yes. So this is what I got for you guys today. Please let me know if you have any more other questions. You guys had some great questions. I got some great feedback from you. Send me a message, plop a comment in. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have more questions about protein variety sources, how to piece things together, if you want me to do a whole video on this and how to protein paste with that, I can do that. But I wanted to be really clear because some people eat only plant-based sources and some people don't and need a blend. And I wanted to make sure I covered the variety is still needed for both. And you have to be a lot more diligent to hit those protein numbers here. You can do it. Just be more diligent with it. Okay. Last thing I'm going to talk about is protein powders and sources. I'm really sick of seeing women getting targeted for protein powders that are crap. Absolute crap. Oh, this is a great protein for women. It's got 90 calories in it. 90 calories? What? That's not even a snack. Give me a break. And there's only like 10 grams of protein per serving. No. In no way is that going to be helpful for somebody unless you're adding all this stuff to it. Unless you're adding stuff, right? Unless you take that protein powder and then you're like, oh, now I'm going to add a cup of milk and I'm going to add peanut butter and then I'm going to add hemp seed to it, because then you're actually going to get to your 20 grams of protein. I'm a firm believer, if you're going to spend money on protein, you should be able to make it with just water, and it should be able to stand on its own, meaning it has all the nutrients that you need and you don't have to add stuff to it to get to that marker to actually have it be beneficial, right? Don't put artificial crap in it. Don't put any artificial sweeteners in it. That's going to ruin your gut microbiome, ruins the bacteria in your gut. So if you're taking a probiotic and then drinking a shake with artificial sweeteners, you're canceling it out, the probiotic. You might as well save your money on the probiotic because you're ruining it. Sorry. True. Totally true, right? But they put these, they make these things and they market it for women like it's a women's thing. And like, that's actually not helpful for women. Women have a hard time with their gut health. Our gut health slows down in progesterone phase. We need more help with it. Don't put crap in it to slow it down our gut. Oh! And then they don't give us enough nutrient. 10 grams of protein, 12 grams of protein. No, we can't build muscle off of that. You need muscle to burn calories. If you don't have the muscle base, you can't burn the calories. Yes, sweetheart. Are you done with your homework? Okay, very good. All right, I'm going to end the video because my children are getting antsy. I've talked enough. I've gotten fired up about crap proteins that they make for women and how, oh, it's so great. No, it's not great. Make something that's actually helpful for women, right? You know, or they target women for these things that it's actually not helpful for. So just keep that in mind. Again, if you have more questions on stuff, don't hesitate. I'm going through a phase where I'm just answering a lot of questions, getting you guys a lot of really good info. If you want more examples of how to piece these things together, let me know. I can do another one on protein pacing and how to piece together some great meal examples and snacks. And again, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what I have. I have cookbooks that, you know, a free recipes for your cycles cookbook that's on my website. So if you don't have that, go to my website, which is just drbethwesty.com. Download that free cookbook. There's amazing recipes, and they're all focused on recipes for you and your hormones and your body, but family friendly as well. Family friendly as well. Whew. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Go to my website, download that stuff. You can't see them, but there's kids in my background that are distracting me right now. Yeah. I'm talking about you, kiddo. All right. Yes. But if you want to know about protein pacing and things like that, or even what an average day looks like for me, I can do that too, for how I get my protein in and how to piece together meals and get the variety in and get it in timing wise. But also, if you're not on the wait list, get on the wait list for the 12-week challenge that I have coming up next. A lot of great info on that wait list. If nothing else, you'll get a lot of sneak peeks and a lot of behind the scenes and things for you to actually get started with. I go through this like this because I have found that women can actually start to think, you can think about your day. I bet you have some of these things in your fridge pantry right now where you're like, oh my gosh, I could totally change how I do my breakfast to boost my protein. Awesome. Awesome. All right. That's what I got for you guys today. Please let me know your other questions. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your night.